Or
let's go with that other shorty. Yeah. Let's go with that second accountability clip.
Okay. See what she talking about.
That the reason our relationship is like in an uproar or something because of something that I did, that will make me feel as a woman inadequate. That'll make me have all of these other emotions. So I'm just gonna flip it, Jedi mind trick you, right? And it's you, because if you didn't say that, but when you said it, you was like, and I'm gonna find a reason, and then if all else fail, I'm gonna cry, right? So you can leave me alone.
Shout out to the good folks at I Never Knew TV. That was their clip.
Okay, yeah, shout out.
And basically, that clip pretty much centered around accountability and women not being able to take constructive criticism. Do you agree? Disagree?
Yeah, I feel like that's an example of a toxic person. Like that's toxic behavior.
Why do you say it's toxic behavior?
First of all, she weaponized her emotions.
Women are emotional creatures, so
yeah, but we have to live with that. But don't weaponize it. Don't be like, okay, if this don't work, I'm just going to cry. Because you crying is supposed to mean something to us. That's supposed to mean that you're in danger or inherently something has happened. But if you could just cry just because you want to win an argument, then
I guess
that's toxic.
If a woman is calculated enough to say like I'm going to cry, now if the argument makes you cry, that's one thing. But how do we know? How do you know?
This is an example of someone you lose respect for. Because the first time you're like, okay, maybe, all right, okay. The second time you're like, there's something here. Like, there's something a little weird going on here. Like, this person is escalating every situation where they're wrong and gaslighting me to make me feel like I'm wrong. And then when I'm pressing her on it, she's escalating it even more into an emotional state where she's crying. And then by the third or fourth time, you're like, okay, you're fucking goofy. Like, I can't, like you're thinking of an exit plan. Like, you're thinking of a way, or most rational people are thinking of a way to get away from this person.
Mm-hmm.
A friend, a coworker, a lover, anybody. Like, you're like, okay, I'm not going to do this because this is like, come on. You think I'm stupid. Like, I can't see this pattern here. Every time you're wrong, you're spinning this thing and escalating it to an emotional state where it don't even got to be that. You know what I mean? Like, just come on now. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's a claim. That's a toxic trait, and that's a perfect scenario of someone you would lose respect for.
But in the video, not to reference back to the video, but it's about, generally speaking, about giving constructive criticism to a woman and how women are not really conditioned to accept constructive criticism. Because I think a lot of the times women, they do a lot. They take care of a lot. They carry a lot when they're in relationships, when they're in marriages. They're focusing on themselves. They're focusing on their husbands and their children if they have a family. And if sometimes they may feel like it's unfair for them to be critiqued when there's so much stuff on their plate. So I think by default, a lot of the times, they will, instead of accepting the criticism, they're going to come back and say something in regards to why they couldn't do whatever is being brought up. You know what I mean? Like, oh, if you critique your wife and say, like, yo, you haven't done the laundry. She might say, yo, well, I had to take the kids to X, Y, and Z, or I was making dinner or whatever. You know what I mean? Now, those are valid reasons, I guess. And of course, we can call them excuses.
Is you haven't done the laundry constructive criticism? Because
No, it's not constructive criticism.
That's not constructive criticism. That's picking. That's, I don't know. It's a little selfish too.
All right. You could even say, all right, well, cooking's not that great. No, that might be a little harsh. That's a bit harsh, right?
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, that would be rough. That would be rough.
That's a rough one, dog.
Yeah.
Now, if you pulling out the ketchup and the fucking and you making your own $1,000 dressing, and you if you gotta sauce everything up, I think she should be able to get the drift.
But you see how we're prone to be like, oh no, you can't critique.
You can't
critique
because there's an
I don't think. I
listen,
think a lot of the times we're a little bit afraid of critiquing women. Generally speaking,
well, we don't want to. It's not a woman thing. It's a. All right. Oh, okay. Like, so let me just touch on this. We're critiquing someone who's making an effort to do something.
Mm-hmm.
You do have to handle that a little carefully, because you have to be first and foremost grateful that this person is willing to do this for you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if it's not good, you got to kind of dance around it, or you got to like help or do something. But I think that's what the tiptoeing is. Let's just say, like, okay, I handled the landscaping around the house. If I cut a bush and it is just crooked, like it is like hideously crooked, like it is like people are driving past the house, slowing down and taking pictures of like, yo, look at the crooked bush. If my bush is going viral, but I don't know about it, and my wife, like, how is she supposed to come to me and be like, yo, that bush is crooked, It's the same way, like, if I took an effort to do something, but if you love somebody, you're supposed to not have them looking crazy out there. But now, if she's
I don't think women take that much into account.
If she's gonna have a dinner party and like, yo, you like my cooking so much that I'm gonna invite all our friends over and cook for them, since you never complain about my cooking. Now, made a mess. So I don't know. It's the one time that I'm gonna answer.
How would you? How would you?
It's touchy.
Do you have a way to offer constructive criticism?
Coaching.
How? What do you mean?
This can be the criticism has to be poignant. It has to be, this was too salty, or this lacked a little bit of flavor, or this is great, but this could do this, or the fish was good, but it was a little overcooked, or
a little positive with the negative.
Yeah.
Okay.
It has to be poignant. Like, you got to be like, you can't be like, yo, this is not good. That's not constructive criticism. If the shrimp is a little too salty, yo, listen, you can hold off a little bit on it. You know what I mean? It's got to be poignant.
Oh, shit.
Exactly. It's a lose-lose, dog.
A lot of times, even you can say that, yo, you could say stuff to a woman very, very nicely, and it still could backfire on you.
Boom.
So I get when a lot of men just don't want to say anything, and they just want to, all right, let me just shut up.
Then you're eating dog food for the rest of the fucking life. Good luck.